Hey guys, so yesterday there was a really big earthquake here in Japan.
画面に映っています盛岡市は震度 4弱を、観測をし
そして仙台市中央分離帯の街灯がゆらゆらと左右に大きく揺れているのがわかります。
In today's video we're going to talk about it and I'll tell you a little bit about the extent of the damages and what the general sentiment is here right now in Japan. It just happened like a few hours ago.
People in northeastern Japan are picking up the pieces following a magnitude 7.3 earthquake on Saturday night. Jolts believed to be aftershocks continued through Sunday. The meteorological agency is calling on people to stay on alert for more shocks over the coming days. Agency officials believe the quake was an aftershock from the massive quake that hit the region in 2011, almost exactly a decade ago. Over 150 people have been reported injured this time, but no one is known to have died. The quake did trigger landslides like this one at an expressway in Fukushima prefecture. Officials are warning residents to stay ready.
So we're just taking Mika-chan for a walk. Mika-chan. So how did the earthquake feel yesterday?
It was long.
You said like it felt like a little bit different than usual?
Yeah, it reminds me of 311.
Yeah, the big one 10 years ago. Which is one of the things that's absolutely crazy. I mean, like the big earthquake was almost exactly 10 years ago on March 11. March 11, 2011. Did you feel a little scared?
Yeah, of course.
Was Nika-chan scared?
Yeah.
A common question that I get is how common are earthquakes here in Japan? In the last few years, they haven't been too common, actually, especially really big ones. But you know, this one was a really big one. This one was like a 7 in magnitude in the Japanese scale, which was pretty massive. So we're gonna take a look at some clips of what the damage was like over in northern Japan, which is where the epicenter was. And it was actually very near Ebisu circuit, which was heavily damaged, which I'll talk about in another video.
We're gonna watch some news clips and I'll just kind of narrate what's going on, give you some of my reactions. So over here, northern Japan, you can see that this is like the news station and jeez. Yeah, that's quite scary, and you know, you're not sure if the whole building's gonna topple over or if it's gonna be fine, or something's gonna fall on top of you. Even in restaurants.
そして仙台市
Look at this. It's absolutely terrifying, guys.
茨城県でも
Ibaraki-ken is, no, a little bit closer to Tokyo. This is where Scuba Circuit is. So I was there
家
last
全体
week.
が激しく揺れます
And it was quite long too. So this like shaking lasted for 20 seconds, which is like an eternity when you're not sure if the whole building's gonna come down.
は遠く離れた東京でも
And even on the highways, you can see this is in
首都高
Tokyo.
の中央分離帯の街灯がゆらゆらと左右に大きく揺れているのがわかります。酒の販売店では割れた瓶が床に散乱、
This is up in
求める
Fukushima
人で
again.
行
You
列
can
がで
see
きました。
everyone is pretty used to it, you know.
列車は運休し
Lining up.
タクシーを待つ長蛇の列ができました。
Really long lines just to get home.
塩釜市内の市営住宅です。
And
現在建物からたくさんの煙が出ています。
you know, all the emergency services were basically
JR
called in.
福島
Like,
駅
this
で
is not
は
a small
スプリ
thing.
ン
This
クラー
was
が故障し
pretty huge.
改札前は水浸
And
し
it really reminded everybody of kind of like the extent of damage from 10 years ago.
駅構内の階段を滝のように水が流れました。一夜明け被害の状況も分かってきました。
And there are just like
福島県
landslides.
相馬市の常磐自動車道では大規模な土砂崩れが発生。
Like this guy, I can't believe he was so lucky. Like a car
相馬市の一般道では
boulder just
大
kind
きな岩
of
が
fell in
崩
front of
落
his
して
car.
乗用車にぶつか
But
り
he was okay,
運転手の男性が軽い怪我をしました。
just a little bit injured.
図書館の中ですが多くの本が散乱してしまっています。
気象庁は今後1週間程度
And,
は最大震度6
Look
強
at
程
that.
度の地震に注意
It's
するよう
just,
呼
it's
びか
an
けています。
unreal.
Okay, let's take a look in here. And yeah, looks like a bunch of stuff has fallen over. Looks like swords fell off my rack over here. And mic tipped over. What about in here? Some of these little things, the little gun in the back there fell over. Surprisingly, a lot of the stuff stayed upright, although I think it was just kind of leaning against various things and supported. So all these like little things like fell over, but other stuff is like, okay, Totoro moved a couple inches. This box full of camera gear and stuff just tipped over. Like it was actually already half hanging off because I was fishing for something like a cable yesterday, but yeah, it completely fell over. I think there's a new chip on this laptop, so yeah, that wasn't there before. I think maybe the sword or something fell down and hit it. Okay, let me zoom out here to wide angle. Just yeah, maybe that's fine. So yeah, seems like the earthquake over here, at least where I live around Kanagawa area near Yokohama, is relatively okay. But like I was saying, the area which was actually struck by the earthquake 10 years ago, blows my mind it was 10 years ago, was actually hit pretty hard. And like I was saying, Ebisu circuit is heavily damaged, but I'm gonna devote like another video to that specifically. I'll put it in the description box, and also you can click on this link over here once it's uploaded. You know, it's kind of scary. It kind of harkens back to 10 years ago and some of those emotions that people felt. You know, I think a lot of people don't know very much about what it was like 10 years ago. I mean, when the big earthquake hit, like it really devastated infrastructure. People didn't have like running water and power, even if they were kind of pretty removed from it. You know, all the store shelves, just all that stuff was gone. And you know, the crazy thing is, you know, 10 years later, fortunately right now, like this particular earthquake wasn't so bad like where I am. But the thing that's a bit scary is that it reminds us of 10 years ago, before the big one, there was another, still by the standard of that time, like pretty big, and it happened like a few weeks or about a month before the big one. So you know, some people are a little bit worried that maybe this earthquake that just happened is a precursor to like an even bigger one of a similar magnitude as to what had happened 10 years ago, which ironically is crazy because it was literally almost exactly 10 years ago, right? Okay, I actually have to drive my girlfriend to the station, so let's head out to the car, and I'll continue this video as we head over to the station. So fortunately my car was okay. There was nothing that could fall over on it. For you, how was it like 10 years ago? Like how did it feel?
It was crazy.
So you were a university student, right? But do you remember like the days and weeks afterwards? It was like really, it was kind of hard, even though we weren't where it happened, but some areas were damaged, some roads were damaged, some buildings were damaged. The school that I was at was damaged.
You mean in Gunma?
Yeah, in Gunma. Yeah, like the school in Onishi had a giant crack in one of the support pillars. Yeah, and some of the like roof tiles and stuff fell down, things like that. Not crazy damage, but yeah, there was some damage. And Gunma is like the safest place in Japan for natural disasters because it's in the center and it's isolated by mountains. Whoops, I actually forgot to get a video of my girlfriend taking off. But yeah, anyway, let me continue my story here while I'm having lunch. See, set please. Let's see. Keema cheese and chicken. Yes. Alright, so this all looks pretty good. Yeah, here in Japan they have like really good Indian food for some reason. Yeah, the other thing to note is that February 14th, actually today's Valentine's Day, here in Japan restaurants are still open, so things are still kind of running as usual. Most restaurants and establishments will close around 8 p.m. For the most part, you know, people are still going out to eat. Then because it's Valentine's Day, I'm actually gonna get flowers for my girlfriend while she's at the hair salon. So I'll tell you guys what this tastes like. Cheese keema curry. Spicy. Quite sweet too. The other one's chicken. Ooh, spicy. Sorry, my friend. Yeah, they're super nice here. They're like, I think from Nepal. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna finish eating and then we'll continue over. We got some flowers and I'll talk a little bit more and we'll end the video. I think I'm gonna go with maybe this one over here. Looks quite nice. Hopefully she likes it. Oh man, look at that. While I was inside the mall, the sun went down. All right, let's head back home. Okay, battery's actually about to down the camera. So I'll charge it and finish the video once I get back home. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right guys, so yeah, back at my place. Honestly, the earthquake's like a little bit worse, because, one of the things I've been thinking about the past few years is when I found out that Japan is due for what they call like the big one. Around the 2020s, that's a supposed big earthquake that would rival the same intensity as like the one that hit Osaka like about 100 years ago. So it's kind of like a once in 100 years type of cyclical event. My main concern is I hope that the one that was just experienced off the coast of northern Japan, hopefully that is the earthquake. There isn't like another bigger one coming that would mirror the one that happened on 3/11. As for me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put together a disaster kit and I'm just gonna leave it in my car, probably just in my Forester STI, because that is kind of like an ideal survival car. It has a tent on top of it, so I could live in that thing for a while. I have no intention to leave Japan right now. I really love it here. It's kind of not so great everywhere, right? Especially with coronavirus. So hopefully things get better. And you know what, guys? Last thing I want to say is I just want to give a huge thank you to all of you guys for all your support. I'm sure you guys are going to be reaching out in the comments and saying praying for my safety and my friends and my family. I also hope that you guys will stay safe, because if there's one thing like things like this teach you, it's that even though so much stuff can happen in your daily life that kind of sucks, at the end of the day, if you're able to literally make it to another day, like that means it's still not the end of the road. You can still recover from whatever situation you're in, no matter how hard, no matter how bad. It's all part of a learning process as long as you're still alive. Hopefully all you guys stay safe. Hopefully you guys all hug your loved ones, go for a drive in your car, just sit in it and just enjoy it and just be happy to be alive. That's kind of the message that I want to leave with you guys today. It's Valentine's Day, so I prepared like a little thing for my girlfriend. Gonna give her a hug and a kiss, and I'm just gonna tell her I love her, because at the end of the day, like that's what's important. It's the people around us that we love, it's our friends and our family. And the cars are great, of course, and being able to experience like car culture and like this lifestyle or whatever, it's great. But at the end of the day, if you don't have people to share it with, it doesn't mean anything. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for supporting me in the channel, and also for watching my content and being part of this journey. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you in the next video, which will be a more specific video talking a little bit about Ebisu circuit, what's going on over there, and how we can raise a little bit of awareness to support their recovery. So that's it. Thanks guys, and I'll catch you in the next video right here. Peace.